I have to do a little audio testing here in a minute. Just to make a short stream. So give me a second. I'm going to be testing my stream, and I'm just going to speak for a little bit to see if everything is fine. Hopefully. Testing my stream, and I'm just going to speak for a little bit to see if anything is fine. So I was away for a while because I was tending to my wife's needs. And I'm going to jump immediately into it without any hesitation. So I'm just going to let you guys know if I seem mostly down and out, it's because I am. My wife has gotten to the point where her morale is low. Her morale is incredibly low. And it's the crappy hospital that she's in. Go figure, the place is called St. V's or St. Vincent Mercy Health Hospital. Mercy Health apparently have a lot of hospital facilities that kind of expand around the country, and everyone else in the comment section of TikTok and Instagram has also given their agreements that Mercy Health is by far the worst of the worst hospitals possible. Best not to get anyone in there, and even if there was something small being wrong with me, I know by experience. I went there before. We had a suspicion that I had celiac disease because there was a point in time where I just kept projectile vomiting whenever I was eating things that were bread related. It's too much information, but it's used to give an example as to where this current situation is. But they told me that there was nothing that they could see that was going on wrong with my body, despite them knowing that I was horribly sick, and just decided to send me home. Nothing. They just sent me nothing. Gave me nothing on the way out, prescribed me nothing, and it's probably for the best because I didn't want to take their things anyway. Your hospitals is not here to help you. They never were. They never cared about you. They are all liars. They are. We don't have a good health care in our country. We're suffering. And until something is done, we will not have the change that we need. What we have is a situation that we need help with by our people monitoring and micromanaging their horrible management. Let's put it that way. We have an issue where we don't know how to organize ourselves whenever we are talking business. Even help for whenever someone needs it. Put them in a situation where you have them in a room, you are looking to do something to help them kind of stabilize a bit whenever you realize they're a little bit unstable. You give them whatever they possibly could need because of whatever was given to you on a script as it was written down for you. It's not you writing it down. It's just what was told to you because you have this license. Where people have this illusion that because of this license and because of the white coat, because of the entire doctor aura that you possess, that you know what's best for health. And come to find out, a lot of these people just don't have that. In fact, they don't even give their praise and worship to the Heavenly Father. They believe that they are God. They think that they're God. They don't care to listen to any clear instruction whenever the Bible is mentioned, and this place in particular claims itself to be a Catholic facility or a Catholic business. It's using Catholicism as a basis for them to pass poisons to people, making them worse, and then neglect them whenever it's time for them to get actual service. That's what they're doing with my wife. They said that she was supposed to have gotten the port for her chemotherapy 2 days ago, is what I was told by my wife. They didn't even do that. Why? We don't know. So my wife has something called mercy fatigue. She's tired of Mercy Health in general. There are other hospitals that are local, but those hospitals I've noticed, and I'm going to not offend people that's living in the state of Ohio, but we have the worst health care by far based off of what I've witnessed and seen. If you have better health care somewhere else, cool. But here, don't come here. Do not come here. If you're over there at your state, I think your state might be better than Ohio in healthcare. Because our healthcare almost doesn't exist. You'll be better off being at home, getting home healthcare at that, by having your family take care of you. And then come to find out that my wife's health actually was better off that way when she was at home and I was taking care of her, giving her the food that she needed, and giving her whatever holistic medicine that I could. But because of the process they have her undergo because she's in the hospital, my holistic healing was reversed. They overwhelmed her liver, and her liver had to be put into a state where it must recover. This is not only an emergency on regards of what's happening to my wife, but it's what's happening to a lot of people, because it's not just her that's suffering. There's a lot of people suffering in the hands of this hospital. We need to help them. But the best way for us to help is to have us to get our voices heard and get something done immediately. We need change, even if that change must be done in a sense of a revolution. Sometimes you have to get violent. You might not look at it as a form of, you might not want it to be done in that form, because you're thinking, can we just do things peaceful? You're dealing with a people that's already unpeaceful with you, and they're killing you already. There's no need to talk peace now. We're beyond that point and past that point. I think it's high time for us to just go ahead and go to war. Again, your numbers are dwindling. Their numbers are growing. Either growing or stagnant. Why? Because they're not providing their own families with poisons, but ours is just getting smaller and smaller. Thousands of our people are dying in this nation due to the poisons that they pass in these quote-unquote hospitals. We need something to be done, and that can be done by nobody else but us. You cannot look for your government to help you. Your government already told you what they would like to do whenever it comes to things like your funds. Your government tells you that they would prefer to pay someone else in another nation instead of you whenever you're the one that needs the most help. But I also must tell the truth in regards to this too. We do have a lot of mismanagement whenever it comes to American spending. We do. You guys spend too much of your money on the things that you don't need instead of taking that money and investing it and building it and making sure that that money is beneficial for you in the long run. That happens a lot, and it needs to stop. But that's a side note. The main topic and the main issue, we need help. We need help. We need prayer. But ultimately, we need help. But you cannot look to someone else to help you. Don't look for someone else outside of this nation to even help you. No, all you have is yourselves. I don't care about the idea of bringing HB1 visas into this country and then having these people replace American workers. They want to do this believing that they are doing a good deed for us because that would build American products. All these folks are going to do is come here, build for their own, take their money, fund their own, help their own, give their own the medication that they need, and then leave with their own people. That's what H-1B visas are doing. These people don't care about nobody else but their own people. You got Iranians out here pretending to be doctors, and they're not, with fake degrees that's been given to them because it's just convenient to put this individual here where they can pretend that they know what they're doing. And people typically don't question them. They just accept it because they are giving a long, complicated name to pronounce. You got the East Indians here that are also pretending that they know what's best for us as well. They don't know what's best for their country. Folks coming from Africa, when they're suffering in their nation, everyone wants to make us into a laughingstock, in which we are to some degree. Because it's so easy to infiltrate the United States and pretend that you are something of some worth to these people that are confused and think they need this person that came from outside the nation. Nothing could be further from the truth than that. When I say we need help, I need you guys to get up and do something for us. We got to get out there and do what needs to be. Do what needs to be done. We got liberals out there that's getting paid by Alexander Soros or George Soros or the CCP or whoever the hell is funding them to get out there just so they can do their bidding. You can't really knock these people for it because what they're doing is helping their own group. They're making their group look less of a retard on social media and for the television. They don't have to worry about their group looking bad. They just can pay a couple whiteys to go out there that hate themselves enough so we could just go ahead and pretend that these people are unhinged and we need other people to be brought into the country to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves. That seems to be what's happening right now. And the same thing they were doing with blacks. When they realized that this elaborate plan could work on blacks, we could go ahead and recycle this plan and reuse this also on whites. They even did it with the Chinese and the Japanese multiple years ago. Probably over a decade. I want to say probably, no, not over a decade. It was actually over 3, maybe 4 decades ago where they did it with the Asians. Oh, yes. It's old news. It's not new. It's not new at all. Make them out to be a fall guy. Pin the blame on them. started throwing them in concentration camps and on top of that. It's interesting how America wants to play the high horse while doing exactly what they claim is bad for the Germans of old to do. Almost as if you're taking out of their playbook. And the Germans of old, just come to find out, they were right in the majority of the things that they tried to stop us from devolving into. They had debauchery being passed in their country as well. But because they wanted it out from a group that was incredibly perverted, you know, like that group that claimed that everything that this country does must pay homage to them. Y'all know exactly who that other group is that I'm talking about, that you're not even allowed to even say here on YouTube. Probably more than likely going to say it anyway. That's why we have so much Israel fatigue. This group, though, is very extremely perverted. And they've taken their perversion and pushed it in every nation that they have their clutches in. They also pushed disease in every other nation other than their own. You know, they sell their people the pure products, while the rest of us are sold poison. We got rid of the church bells because the church bells brought in high frequency waves throughout our human bodies to heal us from every disease. Thank the Rockefellers for that. And the Rockefeller came from none other than you know who. Every time. Every single time. So if you want to know the reason why we haven't healed so much as a nation, as much as we used to back then in the days of old, look no further than that. Look no further than that. We are a very electrical species. Despite me being around all these computers and things, because I do have 2 laptops and this desktop that has 2 monitors, actually 3. This one is supposed to be a monitor served for the purpose of being an art tablet. But it was bricked because obviously this Chinese product was more than likely made to do this, to dupe people to buying it, and then as soon as they get it, it will be outside of their warranty when it stops working, so they can't refund it or get it replaced or anything like that. It's not Wacom, it's Huion, the Chinese make. Sucks that this stopped working. Well, I can't get the pen tablet or the pen writer. I don't know what the best way for you to call it, the pen stylus, to work on here. This is why it's very important for us to start building things ourselves, to start taking control of our own technology and our own medicine. When we're dependent on another nation for our medicine, we are in heavy amounts of trouble. I want to let you guys know, until you get control of your food and your medicine, that must come first. These two, this is the most important thing. Food, medicine, food, medicine. Repeat this throughout your head. When you don't have control over these two, your nation will die. It don't matter what you do, even if you revolt it. How are you going to revolt? What's going to feed you during your revolt? What's going to feed you? Where are your crops? You do know what's going to happen when the nation that you're getting your produce from stops giving you said produce, right? You do know what's going to happen to you. A starving army is a dead army. You might as well be just go ahead and off yourself right now. Because you're pretty much raising a ruckus for no reason. Okay, you shown how strong you are. Let's see how long that strength holds whenever you have no food in your belly. We need help. I can't stress this enough look, you need help. You need help. And there's nobody else better that will help you more than you. Help yourselves. You got nobody else to depend on. Don't look for anybody else outside the nation to help you. Blacks and whites get together, start banding together. Get something built like this, man. Get something built like what you've done a long time ago when you engaged into the Civil War, when you realized your American government went against your very God-given right to exist. We need help. We certainly do need help. So if you guys could, please share this video. Share it. I don't care what you do. Just make sure you get the message out there. We need help. I am almost out of options. Or maybe I'm not out of options. Not even almost out. I'm being limited to what I can do. This is a little off topic, but you guys are the same ones that push for government to tell the truth, and when you did get the truth told to you, you did nothing with this truth. You did nothing with the information. All you did was make social media accounts and pretend that you're outraged over certain things, but you're doing no action. And the inaction is what bothers me the most. This is why I placed above all the 7 sins, sloth is the most deadliest sin. You all are lazy. You're very, very lazy. You're not prideful. You got nothing to be proud of. Though there are some of these people who call themselves a representative of pride because of their disgusting fetish that they feel good about and broadcasting this out to the world, thinking that everyone else should be aware of this and we shouldn't be, and we don't really care. We didn't ask. But that's what they do. But we have pride, or excuse me, we have sloth being number 1. We have greed being number 2. And number 3, I'm just going to simply say is gluttony. It's gluttony. You guys have gotten too morbid in your obesity. How morbid? To where some of you can't even fit in the chair that I'm sitting in. Most of you. Excuse me, I said some. There's most of you. We need to get it together. We need to lock in. Honestly, before focusing on any revolution, do that first, and then we can do a revolt. But as of now, it is not going to look good to look at a group of fatties going out there and pretending that they are against their corrupt government that has been housing up pedos. And we're too damn slothful, tired, and unenergized to get anything done about it. It's just not going to be possible, man. It's not. So just please work on yourself, but do it quickly because we really don't have time. We don't have time. Anyway, that's my time. Speaking of, I have to get out of here. Share the video. I don't care what you do. You can subscribe or like.